Welcome to the Will to Power podcast. I'm your host, Bronze Age Midget. This is a special audio essay, and it's about the uglification that happens through left-wing ideology and modern global homo capitalism. So this is a scripted one. I'm going to get right into it. Here's an obvious question no one is asking. Why does contemporary oligarchical capitalism and left-wing politics promote obesity, disease, and general ugliness to such an extreme? This question popped into my mind after a liberal rage mob came after me on TikTok. Most of the people who came out with comments and response videos were goofy-looking professionals, millennials with the fashionable morality of their time, i.e., one as cheap and mass-produced as the products they consume. I'll spare all the visual descriptive details, but out of hundreds or thousands of haters, a weight and appearance pattern started to emerge. There's an interesting saying of hermetic and esoteric origin. People don't have ideas, but ideas have people. So we shouldn't ask what makes leftists so ugly. Instead, we must consider how modern capitalism and its pervasive leftoid ethos shapes and directs those it possesses towards a life of illness, obesity, and existential disaestheticness. Let's start with the global homo political economic order. Modern capitalism has its own plethora of problems from the perspective of human health. The whole healthcare system is centered around profit-driven treatment of conditions and symptoms largely caused by modern society, rather than preventive and lifestyle healthcare, i.e., universal gym membership. In addition, capitalism promotes shit diets of highly processed and in some cases addictive food. Modern agriculture is very intensive and draining of the soil. Thus, even today's fruits and vegetables lack the nutrient density and contain much more sugar compared to those in the past. The whole food system also relies on a demonic practice of factory slaughter of animal friends, which laces meat with cortisol and bad juju. There are oxidizing vegetable oils in everything, even at upscale, quote-unquote, restaurants. There are major mold issues with large-scale grain storage and distribution networks. Perhaps more frightening, hormone-disrupting xenoestrogenic pesticides are widely used, which along with the unresolved plastic crisis has led to a drastic decline of testosterone levels among men. Finally, sitting at a desk for 40 hours a week makes it difficult to maintain a decent physique. So those are just the health and fitness issues of modern global homo capitalism. Never mind its hideous design preferences. Now, if you've ever traveled, you realize that people of the past built things to last, which projected a spirit of beauty and magnificence. This can be seen not only in old Europe, the East Coast, and the still-standing French, English, and Spanish architectural and engineering creations in former colonized countries, in their former colonies, but also in the remnants of all great civilizations in history. Public architecture and design used to inspire wonderment, reverence, and a sense of splendid grandiosity. Now it reflects existential alienation, spiritual disorientation, and basic poor taste. Today, everything is fake, falls apart with ease, and looks the same. Minimalism captures this global homo spirit the most. Simple to design, easy and cheap to manufacture with robots or 3D printing, fast to produce and ship around the world. But what about the people on the far left? Or more accurately, those inhabited by far left ideology? Let's start with the obvious. Those who value self-responsibility and feel that they are the master of their own destiny are more likely to take accountability and care for their own health, weight, and appearance. Conversely, if your own ideology is identified with or as the oppressed, and if you're largely focused on things outside of your control, then you're less likely to take ownership of your own actions, including those that affect your body and mind. To put the dichotomy another way, rightists understand that there is an objective ideal standard of health, fitness, and weight, along with beauty, and are more likely to wisely adapt and habitually act in ways that move themselves towards that ideal. Leftists, on the other hand, feel that they are just fine the way they are, and that all of society should change instead. Going further, they believe objective, adaptive ideals are oppressive and ought to be overturned. They believe doing that will somehow create a better world. Thus, being fat and ugly or weak and effeminate is seen as some sort of progressive rebellion against the traditional esteem for health, beauty, and fitness. Finally, we have woke corporate sponsorship of fat acceptance and body positivity. Both of these seem to mostly apply for fat women, a large demographic of consumers. For men, marketing and media revolves around creating a bugman standard of skinny fat, toothless gray beta males. Wherever leftism has seized authority and influence, a similar general ugliness and distortion of virtue has emanated. Taken together, we have entered something of a social, cultural endgame, the leftist globo-homo nexus. Not simply the postmodernist rejection of objective health, fitness, and beauty ideals, but rather a resentful attitude towards them, which has frighteningly become empowered in a drive to eliminate them. By their very nature, both leftism and modern capitalism promote dysesthetics and engender bodily and existential illness in their own ways. Their union can only precipitate the widespread uglification and self-degradation of Western civilization, a march around a societal death spiral of fatness, ugliness, and further widespread physical, spiritual, and mental disease. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that episode of the Will to Power audio essay podcast, do me a favor right now. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Because that lets me know you guys enjoy this. Also, it helps me in the algorithm, because right now it kind of fucks me. Also, you guys are more than welcome to leave a comment if you have a topic you want me to discuss in the future. And if you can, be sure to share this on social media, Telegram channels, and everything. I don't participate in too much social media. I keep a low profile on a lot of stuff, and then I participate in other areas. But be sure to share this as well. Helps me out, gets this to more people, because I think it's important info. All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.